Hey, welcome. Before we get into this practice, I wanted to preface with a few things. If you want to grab a blanket, some pillows, maybe you have some bolsters or blocks just to help you throughout class so that you can make yourself more comfortable. Additionally, if you would like some gentle music in the background, I have a nice playlist in the description. I find that music can be really, really amazing to supplement your practice. Maybe you want to light a candle, light some incense, open a window, I don't know. And making sure that you're in a space where you're not going to be disturbed. So, closing the door of your bedroom or wherever you are, maybe dimming the lights. These videos are recordings from online yin classes that I taught, so excuse the poor quality. Anyway, let's begin.
So good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining me today for another Yin Yoga class. You all are doing well. We're going to get right into it, starting in our comfortable seat. And as you find your seat, letting your weight rest on your pelvis, letting your weight sink down, body becoming heavy. Letting the legs be heavy and open. Feeling the spine straighten, length through the vertebrae. Length through the crown of the head. Back of the neck is long. Shoulders are relaxed. Shoulder blades fall down towards each other. The stomach is soft. The face is soft. The mind is soft. Nowhere to be, nothing to do. Simply being here now, listening, observing, allowing yourself a breath, settling into stillness. Reminding yourself that the past and the future are just thoughts. And the most beneficial thing you can do for your future is to allow yourself to fully release and let go into this stillness so you can move forward with greater clarity, greater discernment, greater love. Drawing your attention to your breath. As you inhale, feeling the belly expand. Feeling your whole being expand. And on your exhales, feel your body soften and let go. Your whole being soften and let go. Just a little bit more on each exhale. Body is soft, mind is soft. Thoughts come and go. And we are just listening. We'll spend a few moments in silence here to simply feel and let anything that wants to be seen or heard be seen or heard as you settle a little deeper into stillness before we begin with our yin class. Continuing with each breath to expand on the inhale and soften on the exhale. And with your next inhale, reaching the arms up above the head, feeling length through the spine, feeling the chest open. Just bringing a smile to your face. All is well. Exhale, drawing hands to heart center. I'll invite you at this time to set an intention for your practice. A word, a phrase, a feeling, a dedication to someone or something. That as you let go of tension, this intention fills you. And not that it was ever apart from you, but as you let go, it is realized more fully to have always been within you. Taking a few moments to breathe into that intention and become familiar with it. So just like we return to the breath, we return to this intention as well. And we will open this class with 3 unified breaths. Inhaling through the nose to fill. Exhale through the mouth, let go. 2 more. Exhale, releasing your hands to your knees. Preparing to move into our first yin pose. Reminding yourself that as we move at all throughout class, to maintain this element of stillness and softness within the body and mind so that we're not rushing. We don't feel any pressure to be or look a certain way. So for our first pose, we're going to find bound angle pose. So here, our feet Bottom of the feet meet, legs, knees fall out to the side, bringing your feet as far away or as close to you as is comfortable for you. Perhaps shifting forward on the pelvis. And you have a few options here. You can remain upright or you can come forward. And if you come forward, you might want to bring a few blocks or a pillow or any other kind of support to support you in this pose, to bring the ground just a little bit closer. Additionally, perhaps some people will want to place some more support underneath their knees. So taking as long as you need to find the shape that works best for you. And once you find that shape, commit to that shape and commit to stillness. Allowing the head to be heavy. Feel the elongation of the spine. Feel the spine opening from the very bottom near the tailbone all the way up to where the spine meets the skull. Your hips are heavy. Your head is heavy. Shoulders relaxed. Chest heavy. Feel the knees open, hips open. And feel the places in your body in which this pose is working. Opening the spine. Opening the hips and the groin. And continuing to, with each inhale, expand, and with each out breath, release. Surrendering to gravity, letting gravity do the work for you in all of these poses. Wherever you are, that is exactly where you're supposed to be. If we ever find ourselves attempting to escape the moment, we can gently tell ourselves that it's okay, that it's safe. And as we become more sensitive through practices such as these, our world becomes more and more safe. That part of us that can never be hurt, not even by death, shines brighter. And after each yin pose, we'll find a rebound to neutralize the body, to let the energy flow from those places we were targeting in the pose. So in your own time, beginning to slowly unwind and remove any props as you gently make your way onto your back, extending your legs, taking any gentle movements here that you may need, such as windshield wipering the legs, before finding stillness once again. In your rebound, the body is completely heavy. The ground holds you fully. Feeling yourself melt into the earth and simply listening. It is often a rare moment that we have an opportunity to truly listen. The opportunity where there are no distractions. The only thing we experience is the content of our own body and mind. Inhales to expand, exhales to let go. Perhaps finding a pause at the top and bottom of each breath, sinking into the stillness there. And when you are ready, preparing to transition into our next yin pose. So you can remain where you are on your backs, just perhaps grabbing a pillow, a rolled up blanket, or a block if you have one. Really, a block is best if you do. But we're going to bring our feet in line with our hips, bringing our heels as close to our body as we'd like. And then lifting hips, we're going to place our block, blanket, pillow right at our sacrum for supported bridge. And from here, you can let your upper back and your head rest on the ground. And to relax even more, you can bring your feet even a little bit wider and let the knees collapse in towards each other so that they can rest against each other. As always, taking as much time as you need to adjust your shape and adjust your props. And when you feel ready, committing to that shape, committing to stillness, and sinking into the breath and into the silence. Feel this pose working into opening the front of the hips. Feel this compression of the lower back. Openness in the stomach and in the heart space. Letting the head and the shoulders, the hips and the legs be heavy. Whole body is heavy. Mind is heavy. And with each cycle of breath, you let go just a little bit more. Relaxing the whole body, relaxing the whole mind. feeling the whole body. Feeling the entire mind. When we allow ourselves to be fully heavy and let go of our muscles, the pose can affect us with its full power, working into the fascia, the bones, the joints, the ligaments and tendons, and working to untie those knots and holes, bolts in the mind as well. All one body, the mind and the physical, all one. And so, in your own time, removing your props mindfully, taking any gentle movements you may need before finding your rebound once again on your back. You can hug your knees into your chest, releasing the lower spine. And when you're ready, finding stillness again and simply feeling the effects of the pose. Noticing the contrast between stressing certain areas and then being completely neutral. Feel the energy flow. Inhaling to expand. Exhale, becoming soft. As you let go, feel that loving, warm energy expanding and filling you. from the heart space. Peeling back the layers of resistance and tension to reveal that loving awareness that is always there. When you are ready, we'll move into our next shape. Our next pose will be caterpillar pose or forward fold. So beginning to come up to a seat with your legs stretched out in front of you. And perhaps you want to shift forward and adjust yourself so that your tailbone is planted firmly on the ground. And finding length in the spine, we'll fold forward over the legs, as always taking any props that you might like to make this pose more comfortable or more accessible for you. Because as with every pose, we want to use the least amount of muscular activation as possible. If there is a goal, the goal would be to be completely open, to be completely soft. All the muscles are completely soft. So taking your time to lower and collapse over your legs, chest, melting towards the thighs. Feet and legs are relaxed. Whole body is relaxed. Feeling the elongation of the spine as you fold forward. Feeling the elongation of the entire back body. Backs of the calves, thighs, glutes, spine, neck, head. And if your arms are reaching forward, feel the pose working into the backs of the arms. Each exhale becoming a little bit heavier. Notice if the mind is creating resistance to what's happening. Notice the way the mind is always trying to find a problem. And not making the fact that the mind tries to always find a problem another problem. Fully embracing your experience, softening the mind, dissolving that resistance. Here and now. Full, deep, long breaths, pausing at the top and bottom of your inhale and exhale. Sinking deeper and deeper into that loving space, that nurturing stillness. That part of you that asks for nothing, unconditionally loves and accepts. And when you are ready, perhaps this time taking your rebound on your stomach, unwinding, taking your time. As always, any gentle movements that you may need before finding your rebound. And just letting your arms fall to your sides, resting each cheek on the ground. As you breathe, feeling the back of the rib cage expand. The earth, the stillness, the space holding you. You can let go and rest, knowing that there is nothing you need to support. There is nothing you need to do. Just breathe. Just be. You are safe. You are soft. You are resting. Resting in loving awareness. Remembering stillness as seeing through eyes that don't judge, that don't label, that don't say this is good, this is bad, that don't create separation within ourselves and within the world. Loving awareness. In your own time, mindfully, slowly, making your way to tabletop. So here in your tabletop position, shoulders are over the wrists, hips over the knees, letting your weight sink down into your knees and into your hands. We're just going to move organically wherever your body is calling you to move. So perhaps that means taking some cat-cows here, arching your spine in either direction, bringing movement into the hips and into the shoulders, shifting your weight back and forth from side to side. Again, just listening and moving intuitively wherever you may need it. And when you're ready, you will find a neutral spine once again. And let's just take 3 cleansing breaths here, letting the head hang heavy. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale through the mouth, let it go. 2 more. Elongating your breaths, pausing at the top and bottom. Our next shape, we're going to find melting heart, also known as puppy dog pose. So staying where you are in this tabletop position, we slowly lower onto our forearms or onto a pillow. And in this pose, we are letting our chest melt towards the ground, melting heart, arms outstretched in front of us, We can rest a cheek or our forehead onto the ground or a block or a pillow. But really in this pose, feeling that sensation of the heart melting away all of those layers and veils around the heart, all of those walls, letting them all melt, letting yourself receive love. And this is a pose of great surrender. When we're melting the heart, we're surrendering all of those layers and all of those walls back into life. Finding the freedom to give and to receive without resistance. In this pose, feeling great openness in the chest, feeling openness in the lower spine and all down the spine. And letting your body be so heavy, letting your mind relax, release. Full, deep breaths, finding that space at the top and bottom of each inhale and exhale. That any pleasure or pain we may be experiencing is all divine. However, in any pose, if you notice sharp shooting pain, gently coming out as we are trying to open our bodies and not break them. And beginning to find your rebound once again. Gently transitioning from your pose into lying on your stomach, resting the opposite cheek on the ground. As always, any gentle movements you may need. And simply breathe and feel. Simply being one with your experience. No separation within yourself. All of the problems and all of the victories, being one with all of them. It's all you. In the moment we try to tell anything we experience that it is not me, it increases separation. It increases resistance and tension, creates disparity in our experience. Deep, long breaths guide you deeper into stillness. You release and relax and soften and open more and more. Not to reach a final point, but to in each moment experience that moment as authentically and as truly as you can. And when you're ready, we'll find our next pose. And for this position, making your way onto your back body. From here, we are going to extend the right leg long. Bring the arms to cactus position, or we can reach them out to a T. We're going to take that left knee and bring it across the body, and our gaze will face the left. And here you can place any number of props beneath that left knee as it crosses to bring it a little bit closer to the ground so that we're opening the body, but we're not getting into explicitly painful territory. It can be uncomfortable, but no sharp shooting pain, no going past your limit. Not going past 80% of your limit. Feeling that equilibrium in the body as the knee faces one direction and the gaze faces the other. Feel that twist in the side body. Feel the chest open. Feel this pose working into your hip flexor. Feel it working into the outside of your glute, down the outside of your leg and your T-band. And all the while you are heavy and you are feeling fully, and you are listening, and you are breathing. And you're not trying to do any of these things. You're not forcing stillness to happen. But by letting go of trying to do a particular thing, stillness emerges as that which is beneath the trying, beneath the forcing. Breathing and feeling and listening are just happening. They are what happens when you learn to let go, naturally as a side effect of letting go. And gently beginning to guide that left leg back into your chest, perhaps hugging both knees into your chest. And just releasing the hips for a moment here, taking any movements you may need before we move into the other side. So this time extending the left leg long. Again, using any props underneath that right knee as it crosses over the left knee towards the ground. Arms in cactus position or at a T, right cheek resting on the ground. Gazing over the right fingertips, closing the eyes if you'd like, as always. Letting yourself be heavy and still. Feel the face relax. Muscles around the eyes and the mouth relax. Chest is open. Feeling that twist in the side body. Feeling the pose working into the hip flexor and the glutes and the IT band outside of the leg. Feeling it anywhere else that you may feel it. And continuing to breathe, to let go, to feel, to listen. Each out breath, noticing any tiny little muscles you may still be tensing, and we just let those go. And as we teach the body to let go and be soft, release tension, the mind naturally will follow in that direction. And with your next breath, gently beginning to unwind, hugging your knees into your chest, releasing the hips, giving yourself a tight hug, bringing a smile to your face, feeling gratitude and love for yourself and for this precious life. Throughout its highs and lows, we have this precious life. Squeezing yourself into a tight little ball and releasing into Shavasana. You are completely heavy. You are completely soft. And you are listening and sensitive to whatever you need to see or listen to, whatever you need to experience or let go of. And we're just one with it all. A safe space to just be without trying to be something. Without always having to hold ourselves together as something. We let go of that holding. Allow life to hold us. And experience the freedom that it is to express and move through life out of love rather than fear. And as with anything, it is not a singular event of one shift, of one change. but in each moment, small, tiny changes, a process. And just like a dance or a song, we're in love with the note or the certain move that is happening. We're not 10 steps ahead or 10 steps behind. We don't want the song to end or the dance to end. We're right here in the moment, and it's always enough. She moves so subtly, dressed in light and overflowing with grace. Simplicity, her bliss, intricacy, her nature. Thank you. Thank you for the sound of the raindrops as they dance upon the leaves. Thank you for how the sun highlights the edges of the flowers so delicately. Thank you for the way the wind so gently combs the grass and bends the trees. Thank you for always reminding me of your never-ending grace. Thank you for reminding me that I am in love and love is in me. That love never leaves. It was never not a part of me. I'm sorry for looking for you in other things. Even then, you kindly use them as mirrors, always pointing back to that thing inside of me. Thank you for never ever leaving me. Even in the darkness, you were there. You stood at my side patiently as I crawled blindly trying to find you. You were always there, your subtle hand always guiding me towards the truth, with compassion, through the valleys as well as the mountaintops. You're always here. Thank you. Feeling the earth pressing up against you. Opening your ears to any sounds around you. Feel that eternal space around you. And that same space within you. Feel the energy within your body. And gently bringing some movement into your fingers and toes. Perhaps reaching your arms over your head for a full body stretch. And rolling over to one side into fetal position, using your arm as a pillow. Taking a pause here, a few breaths here. And when you are ready, we'll all meet in a seat. Keeping your eyes closed if you'd like. Taking a few moments to settle, to ground, to find that length in your spine and that ease and effortlessness in your seat. Feel the breath carrying you through each moment. And with your next inhale, reaching the arms up above the head, palms meet, drawing the hands in prayer to your heart, expressing gratitude. Integrating your practice, allowing this underlying stillness to carry you throughout all of your activities, moving with grace, with love, operating out of overflow. Feel your intention radiating from within, knowing that that's always there. The light and the love in me respects and sees and honors and is so grateful for the light and the love in each of you. Namaste. Thank you all for sharing this morning with yourselves, with each other, and with me. As always, if anyone has any feedback, please let me know. Otherwise, I hope you all have a beautiful day.
Thanks, Kat. Have a great week.
Thank you. Thank you.